All right, guys, so watch this video for Tuesday, December 19th. Man, we're getting close to Christmas. The SPY gapped up today, and you can tell, just put in an extremely narrow range. And that happens oftentimes when you get a big gap in the market. So, we're just going to go ahead and build our watch list for tomorrow. I'm going to start with VERU. Hey, before I get too far, real quick, I'm going to slide my webpage over. GreatStockPicks.com. That's GreatStockPicks with an X. Click on Trading Course right now, and that'll take you to our Trading Course page because we are running a special on that and a combination lifetime trading courses and lifetime chat room membership all in one deal for the next week or a little bit over a week, next couple weeks. That special is a very, very good deal. So it's a very good combination. The live trading chat room, and you get it for life if you take that special, and you get our course. By the way, our next course is January, geez, I want to say 27th and 28th. Pretty sure about that. And that is a live course, and is the first time we are going to do a 2-day course. All right, we used to do it in 1 day, and we thought we could squeeze it in 8 hours. And the last time we went a Saturday, we literally went almost 12 hours. And that, we've gotten great reviews. We just took a poll. All of our course takers couple days ago, was the course worth the money that you spent on it? 100% said yes. I'm very, very proud of that. I'm sure Wayne's very, very proud of that. Hang on a second. Okay, I just wanted to verify. It is January 27th and 28th. So it's going to dominate your weekend if you sign up. It's going to be Saturday and Sunday, 9 to 4, probably both days, tentatively. And you'll have access to the recordings from the course, as many times as you want to watch it, and you should be watching it over and over after. But the actual live course, which is the only live course we're doing in 2018, will be January 27th and 28th. Again, even if you can't make it, it's worth buying it because you'll have access to the recordings right after the course. It'll probably take 1 day to get the recordings up. So very proud of it. Very proud of the live trading chat room, and you put the two together, and you've got a very powerful combination because we've got making calls. And real quick, I'm going to give you an example before I go into the watch list. Let me show you a riot today. 5-minute candles. Wayne called this over the mic as it's coming up. Walked everybody through it. Again, we never say, "Hey, I'm just in RIOT," right? Or I'm in XY. We just don't. Wayne said he liked this through 33, right? If it gets over 33, thinking it might take out all these little lower highs, get through the high of day and squeeze because of the gap up today and had a lot of shorts caught. 25 cents risk. Look what happens. There's the 33 break. There's the high of day break, and the thing just went nuts. Actually got parabolic there. Went all the way to 45.99. So literally went up $12.98 a share. That's not, looks like a typo on the results page. Went up $12.98 a share on 25 cents risk on Wayne's call today. I mean, that's just fantastic. It's an example of what we do. I wish they all went up that far, but I mean, the point is, it's an example of walking through the trade idea before it triggers on the microphone, telling everybody why you're looking at what you're looking at, where the seller is that you identified on level 2, what the other catalysts are above. You'll actually learn to trade in our room, and you combine it with the course, you will absolutely learn to trade. You will not be reliant on somebody to make calls for you every day. I hear all the time from members that have taken the course, Mike, I was sitting there with my finger on the trigger ready to take this trade, and then I heard you call it out over the microphone. And they say it gave me that much more confidence. So the members are seeing the setups once they've taken the course before we're even calling them out. And that's the place you need to get to if you want to be a professional trader. You cannot ever log in to a room or a website every day, or some people actually try to get trades based on text messages and emails. That's insane to me. You can't ever do that. That's not how you learn to trade, okay? All right, so let me back up here. Also, real quick, in the description of this video, I'm going to put the link to the special offer. Again, it's a couple weeks. There's a special for the chat room and the course together, all lifetime, right? One payment, you're done for life. You get retakes, you get the course, refresher courses. We're going to do 4 of those every year, 3 or 4 of those every year. You get free every time we do a new course. You're in, right? So it's you don't get nickeled and dimed after this, but compared to what's out there, I honestly believe you will look at the market a completely different way once you've taken our course, and again, we've gotten great reviews. So I've babbled about that long enough. VERU had the big pop here. Sellers came in, and it's right back up near these recent highs. So it hit basically 149 about 3 sessions ago. Today it hit 147. So I'm going to say over the half, over 150. This one's interesting. So I want to watch that one tomorrow. EGLT, just kind of a quiet inside day. Big volume on Friday. So I still like this one, but it's not in a great spot on the 2-day chart. I mean, I feel like it needs to get, back up here to maybe threaten taking out these recent highs. So I'm not in love with this one. It usually trades. You look at the daily candles. You very rarely see a sizable daily candle. You have one here, sort of here, but most of them, and again here, most of them are really, really narrow range, which to me is a trademark of a stock that isn't going to be my favorite kind of trader. This one's kind of obscure, FT, but it's got great support below, and it had a spike the other day. This would have been Thursday. Kind of a quiet day on Friday, and then another spike today. Maybe back through $2. This one might finally take off. It's a decent chart setup. It's a little light on volume for what I usually look for. RSYS. This one traded over 15 million shares, what looks to be, a week and a half ago. And every time it pierces one, it fails. But it's kind of curling back up. I kind of like this through $1 tomorrow. We'll see. I want to watch it. NLST. I usually don't trade the sub-dollar stuff, especially down in the 30-cent range. But this one's worth watching. It had a gap down, and then the high after the gap down was 41 cents. Really nice volume today, right up close to that area. So we're going to watch that one, see if it can't break up into the gap tomorrow. Remember, I only take trades with a proper intraday setup because I'm in cash every night. Speaking of which, I wanted to share this real quick. This is my equity curve for all of 2017. If you follow me at all, you know in March I had a boo-boo, and it took me, and these aren't days, these little ticks, every time you see a little tick, they're actually individual trades, and each green dot is a new high for the year. So this isn't days, but this is trades, right? And so in March I had a boo-boo, and it took me, I think it took me a week or two to get back to new highs for the year. And then also, if you follow me, in July, I had a couple nasty days within a week of each other where I blew off my daily loss limit, right? I just ignored it and let 2 days really destroy all of July. And you can see how many trades it took me, sort of a cup and handle on my equity curve, right? How many trades it took me to get back above the highs before I blew off my daily loss limit rule. But it's been a steady grind higher ever since. And the reason I point that out is I'm very, very proud of that. And that is everything I do. And this, by the way, is a great testimony to if you break your own rules, you're going to suffer, right? I broke my rules here and took kind of a nasty hit in July. And look how many trades it took me. And a lot of this was the summer wasn't great trading, but also I was rattled, right? Because I took 2 big hits in July that normally I would never allow. If you have a daily loss limit, then you hit your daily loss limit, you walk away. You don't have this kind of, shock event, and you don't have this kind of work to put in, and it mentally psychs you out too. So it really kind of got in my head, and it took me a lot of trades to get back to new highs for the year. Smooth sailing ever since. But for me, and because of that, for me, my number one rule is to honor my daily loss limit. I mean, I've got tons of rules that I trade by, but my number one, because that's what has really gotten to me and hurt my equity curve over the years whenever I do struggle, is you could pinpoint like 2 or 3 or 4 days every few months that just destroy all the work you've done. So I will no longer allow that, and I haven't hit my daily loss limit since that July blunder that I had. All right, anyway, so DSS had a huge move today, and it actually closed fairly strong. So I definitely want to watch that one tomorrow. OTIV, massive volume today, 52 million shares, and closed pretty strong. We'll see if we get kind of a red to green in that one tomorrow. MLNK, big volume for this stock, but closed well off its highs. I don't love that kind of action, but you never know. A red to green sometimes the very next day can get it going. AMPE, I like this pop the inside day and then a subsequent pop. And actually, this ran to almost 360 in after hours. So I don't know if it had news in after hours, but absolutely one to watch tomorrow. That's AMPE. A couple more. OHGI, just another lower high here after this monster day. Really like this one set up for tomorrow with a proper intraday setup. And lastly, ELTK, which I like a little less than OHGI because it's almost round tripped, but the volume, look at this today. You had this, let's see, this would have been Friday, Thursday, so this would have been Wednesday. This thing went from 361 to 582. That's a huge move. And it's been bleeding lower on tiny volume. Today, the entire volume, and by the way, well, okay, that big move was still only on a little over 1 million shares. So it's just a thinner stock. But today's volume was only 69,000 shares. So I don't love this, but if this gets back through 4 and maybe some volume starts pouring in, this one can really move. We made a ton of money on it this day. I mean, it just went insane. So definitely want to watch that at least one more day. We'll also find some gappers in the pre-market to add to our watch list. And I'm going to leave it at that. Have a great night. We'll see everybody on Tuesday.